Have you ever considered how important flowers are to our ecosystem? Imagine a world without these colorful, fragrant beauties. It's not just about aesthetics, though. Flowers play a crucial role in maintaining the equilibrium of our ecosystem. Here's how. First, flowers are the primary agents of pollination. They attract pollinators with their vibrant colors and sweet nectar, facilitating the transfer of pollen, which is a critical part of plant reproduction. This process helps sustain and propagate many plant species, contributing to biodiversity. Secondly, flowers provide a habitat and a food source for a variety of insects. This isn't limited to bees and butterflies, but also includes beetles, ants, and even some bird species. By providing sustenance, flowers help keep these populations in check, promoting a balanced ecosystem. Lastly, flowers form a vital link in the food chain. They are the primary food source for herbivores, which in turn feed carnivores, thus maintaining the cycle of life. Without flowers, our ecosystem would look drastically different, wouldn't it? To understand more, let's dissect a flower and learn about its parts. A flower, in all its radiant beauty, is a marvel of nature, intricately designed for survival and reproduction. The most noticeable parts of a flower, the petals, serve as more than just decoration. They're the flower's billboard, attracting pollinators with vibrant colors and intoxicating scents. The petals are often the first thing a pollinator sees or smells, guiding them to the flower. Then there are the sepals, the unsung heroes of the flower world. These leaf-like parts, usually green, encase the developing bud, providing protection until it's ready to bloom. They're like nature's security guards, ensuring that the flower bud can mature without harm. Last but not least comes the stalk. This is the flower's support system, elevating it above the ground and leaves, making it more visible to pollinators. The external parts of a flower do more than just make it beautiful. They serve important purposes in the life cycle of a flower. We've seen the outside, now let's venture inside the flower. The internal anatomy of a flower is a marvel of natural engineering. The stamen, the male reproductive organ, is an essential part of this system. It consists of the anther and filament. The anther produces pollen grains, which contain the male gametes, while the filament acts as a support, holding the anther aloft to catch the wind or to be accessed by pollinators. Now, to the pistil, the female reproductive organ of the flower. It's composed of three parts: the stigma, style, and ovary. The stigma is the pollen-accepting part, sitting atop the style, a slender column that leads down to the ovary. The ovary houses the ovules, which once fertilized, will develop into seeds. These internal parts, though small, play a significant role. They form an intricate system for plant reproduction, ensuring the survival of the species. These internal parts play a critical role in the reproduction of the plant, ensuring the survival of the species. Every part of the flower we've discussed has a specific function. Let's delve into the details. The petals, with their vibrant colors and enticing scents, play the starring role of attracting pollinators. These winged visitors, drawn to the petals, unknowingly transport pollen, aiding in the flower's reproduction. Next, the green, leaf-like sepals encase and protect the flower bud before it blooms. Their protective role is crucial in the early stages of a flower's life cycle. The flower's stalk, or stem, is the backbone of the flower. It provides support, keeping the flower upright and aiding in the transportation of nutrients and water from the roots to the other parts of the flower. Inside the flower, the stamen, the male reproductive organ, produces pollen. This pollen is vital for fertilization, and finally, the pistil, the female part of the flower, receives the pollen and develops seeds, ensuring the next generation of plants. Each part of the flower works in sync to ensure the survival and reproduction of the plant. So, why are flowers so important? One might wonder. The answer lies not just in their alluring beauty or aromatic charm, but in their critical role within our ecosystem. Flowers are the reproductive structures of plants, enabling the continuation of plant species and, in turn, supporting the survival of countless other organisms. Let's take a moment to recall their vital role in pollination. Flowers attract pollinators with their vibrant colors and sweet nectar. This interaction results in the transfer of pollen, facilitating the reproduction of plants. This process is not only crucial for the plant kingdom but also fuels biodiversity, as it supports the life of a myriad of insects, birds, and even mammals. Moreover, flowers contribute to biodiversity, adding to the variety of plant and animal species in an ecosystem. They provide food, shelter, and even act as a breeding ground for many organisms. Next time you see a flower, remember, it's not just a pretty face, it's a vital part of our ecosystem.